Hi, Adam Erickson, Raven Foundation. Check us out. We're pretty sweet. Last week, David Letterman went on his television show and admitted to doing something that he admits was pretty creepy. He had sex with his employees. Now, he goes on his show and he says this, and he tries to make a joke out of it and gets a few awkward laughs from his audience. And then, after this is done, then we all make comments about it. We say things like, oh, this is an incredible abuse of power. Even if these are both willing, consensual people doing this, David Letterman has this abuse of power, and he shouldn't be doing it, and he should be fired, and we all feel very self-righteous about this. I don't want to defend David Letterman, but here's the thing. Don't we all got a little bit of the creepiness in us? I mean, this abuse of power language sounds to me a lot like what the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said so many centuries ago, that humans have this will to power over and against another. It gives us this thrill. So you see this in the business world. People with this power struggle over and against one another to climb to the top of the ladder. And we say that this is a good thing. This is kind of like a social Darwinism. The strongest get to the top, and this is a good thing. We almost celebrate this. You see this in politics. I mean, we see this today more than ever in politics. I mean, Republicans over and against Democrats, and Democrats over and against Republicans trying to get this healthcare thing figured out and financial crisis thing figured out. It's just a bunch of stabbing in the back. And then, I mean, you see this in your neighborhoods, people gossiping about one another. You even see this in family life, where siblings stab one another in this back in this struggle for power, this power struggle that they have for one another. I mean, it also comes down to husbands and wives fighting over who's going to do the dishes. I mean, this is a power struggle. And it's the same principle that David Letterman has. It infects all of us. So when we think that this is a problem with David Letterman, abuse of power, no. It's something that you and I have. You and I struggle with this too. This isn't a David Letterman issue. This is a human issue, an abuse of power over and against. How do we get out of it? How do we get out of it? I mean, it's this kind of this search for meaning, this search for being loved. How do we feel loved without having to be over and against another, without having to step on somebody else's back, stab somebody else in the back to be better than them? How do we receive this love from one another? I don't know. I think that's the question that can get us beyond this will to power, this competitive will to power over and against another, in this search for being liked or being loved or feeling like we're good, successful. It's about the gift of love. How do you live in that? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go to church, go to the synagogue, go to the temple, go to the mosque, and yeah, that's what I would suggest. Hopefully we can find it there in community. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Yeah, all right. Thanks. Bye.